Hello there. Here again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. What's the weakness, man? Anyways, I'm just here kicking it here at my house. Sunday fun day. Woke up, did some things and stuff, but something had happened when I went out shopping. I did some shopping and wrong time. Talk about wrong time, because there was like so many people everywhere, and I was like, what? But it's the back to school tomorrow. Everyone goes back to school, so that's why there was a bunch of people, and it's like the no tax when you buy your merchandise and stuff. So I was like, okay, no wonder. Now it makes sense. But something had happened, and I want to mention this because I felt bad. I was parked there. I went to Michael's, and then I went to the Dollar Tree, and then I went to like what was it? Five Below. Five Below. I needed some chanclas. I go there. Okay, whatever. After the Dollar Tree, when I'm coming back, as I'm going to my car, there's people that are like recording like underneath my car. They're like around my car. There's about 4 people, and I have my groceries, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you recording and stuff like that? Hold on, let me see, because this is my dresser's getting in my way here, or it's my give me a second. Let me I moved a little bit more than where I normally film. I'm still in here in my kitchen though, but okay. And as I see them like recording and stuff, what's going on? Blah blah blah. And they're like, no, there's an animal underneath your car. And I'm like, animal? What kind of animal's underneath my car? It turned out to be the cutest little baby possum, the cutest little shit, pinkest ears. Oh man, so cute. I don't know how this possum ended up in the parking lot there with the Dollar Tree and Five Below and stuff in that area. And when I went to go shop, it was about 4 in the afternoon, give or take. So hot, and like the road is hot, like the streets are hot. And this little sucker, he was there, so they were recording his ass. Okay, whatever. And I'm like, well, how do I do this? I don't want to run over him, and stuff. And I'm like, how do we move him away from my car and stuff? I put my bags in, and I'm like, okay, well, he's there. And then I saw him, and then he was the cutest little thing, like, so cute. A lot of people think they like possums. I think they have a bad reputation. Possums have a bad reputation because a lot of people think like, oh, they're like disgusting. I know they're not like the cutest little furry things and stuff, but they don't have like the rabies, I guess, the way raccoons do, unless I'm wrong on that. But they eat like all like the night ticks and stuff like that when they go out at night and do their thing. Man, I don't know why this little so cute baby. He finally moves from my underneath my car. He moves and he goes underneath the next truck, and I was like, oh man, like, well, this sucks. Like, maybe we should try to do something. There was a man that was there, and it was like, yeah, pues, no sé. And then he goes, well, maybe Petco, because Petco's right there after Five Below. I go, you know what? Yeah, let me try Petco. Let me see what's up with Petco. See if they'll help out or whatever the hell, whatever situation. I went on Laredo's, the Facebook Laredo Animal Rescue page, and I posted about the little possum. And I know it's basically more about like, your dogs and your cats, but there's a little cute possum. And I go and I tell a worker, hey, there's a situation where I got a little possum, baby. Right off the bat, his face was this like, no can do. Like right off the bat, like he really even didn't finish. I wasn't able to finish my story, and the guy was just like, "Ma'am, like nada que ver. Like we ain't, no." And I was like, "Oh wow, okay, man. It's Petco. It's you work with animals, all kinds of animals, not just dogs and cats. You would think you'd have a little bit of empathy, a little bit of sympathy, right?" No, this guy was just saying, I go, well, do you have a box or do you have something that I could possibly try to get him in to see if I can do something? I don't know. I wanted to do something. Hold on, give me a minute. Blah, blah, blah. He goes in the back, right? That one goes in the back, and he brings me a little cage. A cage like for a cat and stuff. He was like, go ahead and keep this cage. And do what you do, but we can't do nothing. We're not going to take them, and we're not going to do nothing. I was like, okay, well, So when I go back out to my car, the man is still there. The other people had already taken off. They took their photos and stuff. They, the man was there, and I go, "But where is he at?" But he was the possum was on the next truck to where I'm at. And he goes, "No," he goes, "Yeah, it's already dying. He's already dying and stuff." And I was like, "What?" And I look, and I don't know if it was the extreme heat or whatever, but he was like flipped over underneath the truck, and he was like, moving around like, like sizzling, like just, oh man. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, and I had the kid to do something, to try to help him whatever way. And sure enough, he was flip flopping and stuff like that. I felt really, really bad. I was like, well, I guess so. Well, so I left that cage there where they put the shopping carts, I guess, there in the parking lot. They have a section for shopping carts. I guess I don't even do that anymore and stuff. So I just left it there. And I told the guy, was I guess, and stuff. So, but yeah, he was underneath the truck. And I was kind of like, hey, the guy from Petco, he was just like, nope, nope, nope. Unless you bring a cute Shih Tzu or a cute Chihuahua or a little weenie dog, oh, they'll take him in a heartbeat or whatever the hell. But the fact that it was the cutest little possum, pink little ears and stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So, but I remember another story when it comes to like animal shelters and stuff like that. So during the pandemic, the pandemic was very, very hard for us, right? I ended up becoming literally the crazy cat lady. Crazy cat lady. If you guys have seen that meme, there's a meme of a lady that she's literally feeding about 25 cats, and she has the food, and she, and she just, and the cats are just, and, like eating the food, like the dry food, and she's just like, cats everywhere. One little story time. Let me tell you what happened, and I'm just going on the theme of the animals after what happened today. Pandemic, I live alone, whatever the hell. I go outside of my house and I see this feral cat, just regular feral cat, right? And he's there kicking, and he doesn't let me pet him or nothing. When I would come out, he would hiss at me like, and I was like, oh, little kitty. He wasn't a kitty, he was already grown. I give you some food. So I give him some food, right? I feed him, or her. Actually, it was a her. I feed her ass. She eats the food, and ya se pela. She takes off. Okay. Next day, no lie. Next day, she brought her uncle, she brought her husband, she brought her daughter, she brought her cousin, her sister. She said, oh, homegirl was giving out some food. I guess they felt the hard times with the pandemic as well, About 4 cats are with her ass, and they're like that, like on deck, just meow, 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 meow. And I'm like, hell no. What the hell's going on here? I give in and I feed her ass. Their asses. I feed them. Boom. Now, after doing that, they started coming. Morning for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. These cats, they were coming for some food. On time. Boom. Before you know it, from 4 cats, it ended up, I guess the word spread. Hey, homegirl's giving food. I had up to 10 to 11 cats. 10 to 11 cats. So right now there's dogs barking outside as I'm speaking, because I already fed one dog, and he likes to come and say, hey, what's up? What's for dinner? And stuff. So give me a second. No, not today, babies. Because, you feed them once, and that's it. You don't get rid of them and stuff. And I know that dog belongs to somebody, but he just being a silly bird and just like, let me just wander away and see what I can get. Give me a second. What's going on here? I got some good animal stories I can tell you guys. Okay, so I just finished eating right now a little bit of meat, so I hope I don't have nothing in my teeth. Let me see. So, okay, from the 4 cats, I end up getting up to 10 to 11 cats. But the thing was, they were all feral. They wouldn't let me pet them. And I went like, hey, this could be us. We can be inside the house cuddling and hugging during the hard time pandemics. But you guys don't want it. Fine, forget it. Now, I would start going to the Dollar Tree, and I would buy the little dollar bags and stuff. it got too much because it's now I had up to 10 to 11 cats, and I couldn't do it. And not 3 times a day. They ate better than I did. So I found out, a friend tells me that the animal shelter, that's one that's right here on Gonzalez Street, Animal Society, Animal Shelter, they had a free pantry that you can go and get dog food, cat food, and I think bird food. And they even would put like hay for the hamsters, like hamsters. And it was a pantry where you can just go and everything was bagged up, like the cat food. It was labeled cat food. There was the cans, good stuff. And you just go and you get some food and stuff like that. So I started doing that. I took advantage of that, and I'm like, well, let me do it, because now I got 10 fucking cats and I'm doing that. Now, mind you, I think only 2 of the cats would actually kind of let me pet them, but they were not cuddly cats. They were kind of like this, like, and then they were like, oh. If I got too close, like to try to really give them some love, they would be like, and they would go away. But they let me pet them. One of the cats, I named him Cantinflas. He was black and white, and he had the Cantinflas like mustache, like he. Look at Cantinflas, and I gave him a personality like, oh yes, so sweet, I love it. My ladies, they come to me, and I give them all good love, and I take care of my business with my ladies. And then I go back to Frances. He was Cantinflas. He let me pet him more than anybody else, but he was gorgeous, man. I wish I would have kept him. I started going, and then the pantry, I guess people were taking advantage of the pantry, so they were taking all the food and whatever. So what they did, the animal shelter, the pantry was, instead of outside where you can just free for all, they put it inside, and you would have to go and you would have to sign up, say how many cats you had, dogs, or whatever. I let them know my situation. Hey, I'm dealing with up to 10 to 11 cats here. Okay, boom. So they would give me like the big bags and stuff to feed these animals. But the thing is, there at that animal shelter, there was this girl, I guess she's a manager. I don't know her name or whatever, because I called her Hitler's aunt. That was Hitler's aunt. This woman was amargada. She had a face like, ugh, like she hated her life. I understand we're a hard time pandemic. Everybody's suffering here. This is how I see it, guys. You work at an animal shelter. Majority of people have to go to their 9 to 5, 8 to 5 job and deal with other people in the environment and wherever they're in their office, and they don't like their coworkers and stuff. They have to go to work and deal with people. You're working in an animal shelter with beautiful cats and beautiful dogs. Your animals are therapeutic. Hence why we have your emotional dog support. Whatever. You should be happy that you go to work and you just deal with animals. Dude, me personally, I'm a cat lady. I like cats. I love me some doggies too, but they have a cat section, a very AC unit cat section. Decked out, whatever, all that jazz. They have like the pregnant cats, everything. I would personally get the cutest cat, put him on my shoulder, and work. Like, how happy can you be if you wake up, you're amargada, you're having a bad day, you had a bad day last night, you have to go to work in an animal shelter. Get the cutest dog, puppy, get the cutest cat, and put them on your shoulders, give them some love, have them, and how bad can your life be? Then dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? This chick, man, okay, whatever. So I started noticing either she didn't like me or whatever. Now, I'm not gonna, when I say the judging or whatever, okay, you could tell that she was, I'm gonna judge the book by the cover, okay? I'm gonna judge the book by the cover, okay? Okay? You could tell that I think she was like a lesbian, like a dyke or butchie. She was like a butchie lady. I'm gonna call it how it is. Butchie lady. Con la cara. Man, I would go, and then when I would have to like sign, I'm like, good morning, hi, how are you? She'd give me the clipboard like, for me to sign in and what I need and stuff. Like that. Not even tell me, yeah, good morning, hello. When I would walk in there, like you heard me, and I said it loud and clear. I guess I overkilled her just to try to put a smile on that dragon knuckles face. And she started doing that every time. It was like she would get pissed off that I would go to get cat food, but I had to, dude, I'm doing 10 to 11 cats 3 times a day, every day. So I would go weekly, like, hey, I need more food and all that jazz. You would think that I was getting it from you. Like if you paid for that cat food and I'm getting your food, you know? And stuff. That food was donated from like the Petco's and like I guess the Walmart's, I guess, like when they donate food to the animal shelters and stuff. No, I'm not. It's not your food. You're not paying for the food, and I'm coming to get it. You know, whatever, girl. And she would do that. And another time I had went, and I wanted to call her out on it. I wanted to say like, again, wow, how miserable are you, like, girl? I go, hey, hi, how are you doing? How's everything going? Here's the board like that. Like, wouldn't even acknowledge the hello, good afternoon. And very rude. That was rude. And you were doing that on purpose. And you know that you're a miserable knuckle dragon. And you just had to spread your moroseness to other people. And if you do that to me, I can imagine everybody else that went to the animal shelter, how you most likely treated their ass as well. Like you most likely, whatever. And stuff. I was just like, whatever. Guys, y'all need to excuse me. This is Sunday Fun Day here, but am I cool? I'm just going to put the cat back over here. So, she would do that, and I dubbed her name again. Don't know her name. I dubbed her Hitler's aunt. She's a dictator. She belongs in another country. And so with that attitude, you would definitely rule the continent or whatever the hell. And so, blah, blah, blah. So, and then one time I actually even went and I actually volunteered. I volunteered to pack up the cat foods and the dog foods in their bags, and you label them from the giant bags and put the scoops in and stuff. I volunteered about maybe 3 times. Volunteered, just because, hey, boring times during the pandemic, all alone and stuff. And every single time this lady, just miserable. I just don't get, like, dude, you work, me, example. The way I tell you guys, I'm a crime scene cleanup technician. I deal with death. I'm a funeral director's assistant. I deal with death. Now that is something to be soggy about. That's something to be very sad about. And have that face like, whatever. You're with animals. Beautiful cats, beautiful dogs, maybe a couple of birds, who knows? You should be happy where you're working at, woman. People have to go in the office. They have to deal with their boss and deal with the co-workers and the customers and all of that jazz. You should be jumping up and down and be like, hell yeah, I love my job. No, I just remember that. And after a while, I did this. I fed these cats for 2 years. 2 years. And it got to the point where it was just too much because they would recognize my car, like when I park up in my house, and the bloop bloop, like my alarm, bloop bloop, they would, and they would, I don't know where the hell they get it, and they would come and literally, I would go and I'd prepare the food. I'd be a little spoil them. Okay, I'd have the wet food and the dry food, so I'd put them like and mix it up. By the time I get out, that crazy meme lady, that one that's like this. That was me. I was like, wow. And then putting them down, whatever they eat and all that jazz, do their thing. After 2 years, man, I couldn't do it no more. And then it so happened, unfortunately, the first one that came to me, the mom, she had gotten pregnant, but then she ended up passing away while she was pregnant. She passed away, and I didn't realize it. She was in my backyard where she had passed away. And only because the neighbor told me, like, he was like, hey, ma'am, este gato está muerto. I didn't see it because the cat, her color was that of like that mixed weird color, but she blended in with the grass. She blended in with the weeds and stuff. I didn't see her, but I noticed I hadn't seen her like in 2 days. She hadn't come with the other guys. So I was putting laundry. I was hanging up clothes. And he just told me, hey man, that cat's been there for 2 days now. And I look at her, I mean, she was already gone, man. I was like, fuck, man. She was gonna give birth like soon. So I'm like, wow. I was like, fuck. So, natural thing, I go, sir, do you have a shovel? He gives me a shovel, vámonos. Boom. I bury her in my backyard. She was really pregnant. I want to assume maybe would have had 6 kittens, maybe 6. So technically, I buried about 7 cats with one, her pregnant. There in my backyard. That one. One of her daughters, like I said, the dogs are barking now too. I don't know, they're just being gangsters. I don't really feed these dogs. I don't. I fed one only, but he doesn't come that often. But now they're just running around and stuff. Okay, so her daughter had gotten pregnant too as well, and her daughter was ready to give birth. And I was thinking, girlfriend, I don't know where you're going to be giving birth at. Mind you, these cats were not indoor cats. They would not come into my house. They were feral wild cats. Only Cantinflas and another, I called him Cotton because he was orange and white and he was fluffy. And so a little Cotton. So he was my boy, but Cantinflas was my main man because he was like, Jez, you got the good food. I got the good love for you. He was a sexy cat. The daughter gets pregnant, whatever. Now, right here where I live at, there was, they don't do it no more, but they do the campaigning. When it's time for the campaigning, when they sit outside with the cooler and they have the signs and honk and vote for this person, because over here, Caddy Corner, there's an office where you can go and vote for, your candidates and whoever from the city council and stuff like that. They were having that. And I had went to the gym. My gym is right here, walking distance. I go to the gym. As I'm at the gym, my neighbor calls me because there was a bunch of the campaigners. They campaigned right here outside of my house and across the street, right there, Caddy Corner. My neighbor calls me and she was like, hey, mama. She goes, mataron a uno de tus gatos. They killed one of your cats. I go, no, but I go, which one? I do. Like, please don't tell me it was Cotton or it was Cantinflas. Like, please. She was like, no sé. She goes, but that cat has been struck and that cat's in the middle of your house in the street. I go, fuck, man. I go, well, I'm in the gym. I was going to finish up. I go, is there any possible way, please? I go, can you put it in a bag for me? Put it in a bag, please. She did me the favor. My neighbor did they would be like, ew, no. She did me the favor. She puts it in a bag and she goes, it's going to be right here. That way you can go ahead and was buried. I get home and I look and I'm like, fucking, it was the daughter and she was pregnant too as well. I want to say she made maybe a good 6 more kittens in her. So I was like, fuck it, boom. I asked the neighbor, gave me the shovel. I buried her next to her mother. So technically I buried, you want to have the mom and her kids, see there's 7 cats there in one hole, and the daughter with about maybe 5 to 6 kids, another with about 14 cats. So what I have is a pet cemetery in my backyard. I got a pet cemetery in my back fucking yard, dude. No lie, about 14 cats are buried there. Mind you, it's 2 cats, but with the babies, if you're going to count the little babies. So I'm like, here we go. I do that. I was like, yeah, this is too much. I can't do this. I can't. And then with Hitler's aunt being a mean woman, and then I was like, I'm just tired. I'm done. I'm completely done. So, give me a minute. What am I looking at here? Is there a little spider? Okay, I'm not. I really don't like to be killing little. Just don't be anything else. But I have a little spider. But what are we doing, spider? What are we doing? Hold on, it's a little house spider. Okay, get to stepping and get to doing something else because I'm not down with you, little spider. And I'm not trying to be evil here, talking about the humanity of animals on my video. And then a little spider comes out and says, hello, what's up? Gonna do a little cameo or what? I'm not really like okay, I know. You better, spider, you better get to stepping. It's a little house spider. Give me anything but the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Like the roach. I can't do no. The little house spiders. I'll show you outside of my house. Pelate. Not trying to kill nothing. When the topic of this video is animals. Well, I guess they're not animals, they're insects. It's the same damn thing, right? Okay. I don't know what happened to him, but okay. You get to stepping, please. What was I saying? Okay. Do, 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 do. Anyways, lost concentration seeing that little bugger. Oh yeah, I guess whatever. I didn't want to go to Hitler no more. I didn't want to go and like whatever. I was like, no, it's just too much. So after 2 years, I said, fuck it, dude, and I stopped. I stopped feeding these cold turkey. Now, by then it was about eight. I had eight. And man, they were mad because they were coming like meow meow. Nope, nope, and it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. I'd be like, sorry, no can do, moss, no can do. I'm getting in my house and they're all around me asking for food. I'm like, I cannot do it. Boom. The first week was the worst. The first 3 to 4 days, the worst. They kept coming like, and I was like, I can't do this no more. I'm so sorry. After like 7 days, yeah, they started bursting out. Like then it would only be like 4 cats, and then 3 cats, and then Cantinflas would come, Cotton would come, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it because even Cantinflas, the so sweet, I love it. He would walk me to my halfway to my gym. Like he would see me and he would like follow me, and then halfway to my gym, then he would stop. He would do his thing. When I would walk back to the gym, he would see me and come back, and I would feed him and stuff. But Cantinflas took off too. Cotton took off too as well. So those are my main 2 bad boys. They took off and like that. Those are my little stories that I'm just like saying about when it comes to animals. That little possum, like, wow, it was a little soggy, a little sad, and so, anyways, that's my little story. I'm just I know I had another story to tell you about animals besides Hitler and me being the crazy. I was literally the crazy. I became a crazy cat lady in the pandemic for 2 years. Crazy cat lady. Crazy cat lady. I'm trying to think of a story, but I know I have plenty of them and stuff. But I did have this one cat. He was a gorgeous, gorgeous cat. And unfortunately, I had to put him down because he ended up getting, I don't know if it was like gnats or like his scalp was showing, like, I guess from the dirt, the little gnats, whatever, and like they get like ronya and whatever, and it gets dry and it's all like looks like dirt. But then I don't know what happened to him. Oh my god! And I saw him and he looked at me and he was miserable. My suppy mode, I had him for years. I was like, man, sorry, baby. And I called the animal shelter and they got him, and I went to the cage and I was like, bye, baby. Like there was no healing that like that. He was just, oh man. So they took him away, a little suppy mode and stuff like that. I remember one time, dude, a little bastard. Well, he wasn't little. He was already a big boy, but I had him since he was small. I was gonna throw him out because he was inside and outside. He would go in and out, and I opened the door and I picked him up to get him out, and like this underneath his arms, and he went this, and he literally like the door like this, like no, don't take me out. He didn't want to go out, but I remember when I picked him up, he was like no, like don't do it, and I had like I was like boom to throw him out. So cute. Something more. And yeah. So that's my story. I can't think of nothing right off the bat. I'm just talking and just talk. Blah, blah, blah.